Let's look in this lesson at using a hand-drawn or traced design instead of a printed photo. If you prefer an alternative to printing your photo on fabric, you can instead draw the outlines and main areas of the picture. This is a quick and easy method to prepare yourself from almost any photo or drawing, and it has the advantage of keeping the design simple and easy to follow when you begin thread painting. Always keep a copy of your reference photo by your side as you stitch, so that you can keep checking on how your shading is going as you work. Begin by printing a copy of the photo. This may be a photo of your own, or even a drawing or sketch you've created. You can choose to print in colour or grayscale. In many cases it doesn't make any difference, but if the colour image is clearer than grayscale or vice versa, then choose the best one for tracing. Whichever you elect to use, be sure you can clearly identify defined areas of shading and the main features of the design. To trace an outline copy of your photo, place a sheet of tracing paper over the photo and begin to trace the most important outline shapes, markings, and any clearly defined areas of colour or tonal variation. For many thread painting designs, simply doing this is sufficient to get started with thread painting. But what if your photo is more complex? What to do then? How do you simplify a photo that is perhaps a landscape or a more detailed still life? The easiest way is to use a photo editing program such as Photoshop Elements to simplify the picture. But don't despair. I know I keep mentioning Photoshop Elements, but you really don't need it, and I'll show you why in a moment. There are many free and paid apps and editing software available for smartphones, computers and tablets that work very effectively for simplifying or modifying your design. So let's look at some of the different ways we could edit this picture, this more complex photo of a little girl peeking out from behind some shrubbery. This first example demonstrates the incredible power and usefulness of the cutout filter in Photoshop Elements. By applying the filter, much of the detail is eliminated and tonal variations in colour become clearly defined. I could have simplified this even more by changing the cutout filter settings, but I thought it looked quite good like this. And I'm particularly looking at the facial features in determining how much cutout to apply. For the next example, I'm still working in Photoshop Elements, this time using the line drawing or pencil sketch filter. This may not be so useful for thread painting, but it's still a handy filter to have in your box of tricks. Of course, as we've seen, these modifications can be more challenging to make if you only use Apple Photos or Google Photos, but you still have the option of using an app on your phone or tablet. There are so many apps available and they come and go all the time, so recommending any one app would quickly be out of date in the context of this course. So I suggest you explore what's available in the App Store on your device. These two images were created from the original photo using one simple step for each in a free app downloaded onto my phone. Super easy and super useful. If all else fails and you have no access to any type of editing program, then often simply scrunching up your eyelids and squinting at your photo will eliminate much of the detail, while still allowing you to identify the shading and definition. To trace your design onto fabric, place the sketched design underneath the fabric, and then, using a light box or window so that you can see through the fabric, use an erasable fabric marker to lightly trace the design onto the fabric. But what if you want to thread paint on a dark background? That's not going to work, that system I just mentioned. So if you prefer a dark background, place the printed photo on top of the fabric, Then place a sheet of dressmaker's carbon paper or a tracing product such as Transdoodle in between the two layers. Use a sharp pencil or pen to firmly trace over the design to transfer it to the dark fabric underneath. Now your drawn design is ready. Once the outline design is prepared and transferred to the fabric, the next step is to stabilise it by either mounting on firm stabiliser or inserting in an embroidery hoop. Both of these techniques are covered in later lessons.